light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Fight the war. Fight the war. Fight the war. Oh, here's why we're fighting. It's about the fight. Let the writers writing settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Fight the war. Oh, fight the war. Fight the war. What's going on out there, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts, to a Friday evening stream. Again, way later. I have to tell you guys, it's no use me just trying to be like, everything's great, it's wonderful. I am extremely, extremely frustrated because I was supposed to be starting, thank you for the host, by the way, to everybody. I was supposed to be starting tonight at my normal time of 9 o'clock. Except I couldn't do that because I was gone all day today doing both writing stuff, handling things with my daughter. We were looking for birthday places for her birthday party and stuff like that. All stuff went to, we had to go to an orthodontist, which we got very good news about that for her. So she looks like she's not going to have to do any like serious like dental surgery or anything like that. So that's really great. So it was fine. That was all fine, but it just meant that I didn't have a chance to do any of the work that I needed to do in terms of doing more of this rebuilding process for OBS Studio. And once I finally get all that done, I'm like, all right, I get back, I do all that, I'm ready to go. And I have all of these extra things I have to add on. Finally managed to get all that done. And then I get to waste another 25 minutes because Google Chrome is like, let me crash. So I'm I'm not happy about that. I'm annoyed at the moment. I'm displeased. Well, I mean, look, I have 16 gigs of RAM in here, Dragon. I don't think the memory is the problem. I don't even know why that happened, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I've had that happen to me. But I was just looking at Twitter, and all of a sudden, like, Twitter crashed somehow. I don't know how. It was just Twitter on my Chrome website. on Chrome, you know, and then it crashed somehow. And then all of a sudden I look and there's like 8 different Chrome processes. So I shut them all down except for one. And one of them refuses to close at all, ever. And I'm like, so my options are I can stop the stream and reboot everything, or I can apparently stop the stream and reboot everything. So now I get to figure out how to put together two. Anyway. So let's start again. And the reason I'm frustrated is it means I've only got basically 2 hours to stream when I was really looking forward to a longer stream tonight. That's frustrating, but, you know, we will do the best that we can. Yes, I broke the interwebs. Yes, I did. Anyway, I hope everyone out there is doing well, and is looking forward to some playing today. I really want you guys to absolutely kick this book's ass. Can I just say? I really am in the mood for you guys to just beat the hell out of it. That would be really lovely. If you guys could just go out of your way and beat the hell out of it, it would be great. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know that Chrome, the reason I started with Chrome is because Firefox became a huge pain in the ass. This is about a year ago. Firefox became a pain in the ass, and I'm like, fine. And then it went over to this, and now Chrome apparently is becoming a pain in the ass. Just like, oh man. And I've tried all the different ones. I tried starting with Netscape all the way back in the day. I've tried, God help me, even Internet Explorer. I've tried Opera. I've tried Chrome. I've tried Firefox. I've tried, oh God, what was the low level one? The Microsoft Edge. There's another one. Like I've just come on. So anyway. But that's okay. We will survive and manage to hang on there as best we can. But so tonight, Massive Mayhem. You guys know how to support the stream. Please tweet out the stream if you haven't already done it. Please, NCSA Mosaic. I have not heard of. That is a new one on me. Refresh Firefox to clean it up. Yeah, and it is true. That's true, Shatter. That was years ago for me too. So, but anyway, let's get into it. Yes, so we are streaming tonight some Fighting Fantasy Gamebook 23 Massive Mayhem. If you haven't already done so, please retweet the stream. Please let everybody know about the stream. Please spread the word if you possibly can. !CTT to do that. !Steam group to join my Steam group where you can get past broadcasts of the stream, announcements. That's not past broadcasts, that's YouTube. You can get announcements about the stream, and you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between casts. !ArvTube will get you over to my YouTube channel where you can check out past broadcasts of the stream, and of course !ArvTreon. Thank you, Shatter. ArvTreon, which currently is sitting at 479. I heard some people talk about this. We were at 526, but that was largely because I shouldn't say largely, but one big portion of it, at least the quick portion, was that Chadout had upped his pledge significantly to a number way beyond what anyone should be expected to do per month. So that was kind of a Christmas thing that he sometimes does, which I very much appreciated. He's still supporting the stream. He can't be, you know, he can't be the sugar daddy that supports the whole stream. So that's why we dropped below 500 again. So again, hopefully other people will be able to come in and become a part of it. If people are able to sub and stuff like that, that would be nice. I would really love to be able to get some of the stuff we have post 500. I do have an Ask Me Anything. I just remembered that I have to I'm glad I remembered that because I have to schedule the Ask Me Anything and I didn't do that yet. Whoops. Okay, so I've got to do that. Because we did hit that number, but I want to be able to schedule AMA. Okay. But I also want to be able to get to the raise portion, which is 550. I want to get to the Discord server, that's 575. I would love to get to the Talisman tournament, that's 600. So I really hope that we can get to those other numbers as well. That would be awesome if we were able to do that. But with that said, so that's the deal with that. This is my second stream, and I think my first stream on this channel post PC refresh. And the good news, leaving aside the Chrome garbage, is that the refresh has gone pretty well. I've gotten a lot of stuff rebuilt. I am indeed using OBS Studio, and the reason I decided to go over to that is because when I tried to move over doing the OBS Classic, there were a bunch of scenes that were missing and everything, and I'm like, if I'm going to have to do all this again, I might as well just do it in OBS Studio and just bite the bullet. I do understand why people talk about OBS Studio, because I can see why it will be... I can see why it's an improvement over OBS Classic. I can see a lot of the stuff that they did. I do think there are some things in this that they nested too much into menus. For those of you who don't stream, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you do stream, you'll know that OBS Classic, I thought, was a little bit more... to me, a little bit more intuitive than OBS Studio, which is just everything is in a menu, in a menu, in a menu. So that's a little bit irritating. But OBS Studio in general has a lot of benefits to it. It's a lot easier to sort of understand when a source is being seen and not being seen. It has a lot more options available in terms of if you're trying to rebuild something, if you're putting together a scene, you can use previously existing sources, and it's easier and more intuitive to add those, is the case. So that's all that stuff as well. I forgot your perks when I upped your level. No, Dragon, I thought I sent you... I did not do that. I sent you a... Didn't I send you a message, Dragon? I sent you a message in Patreon. I sent you a message like 2 days ago asking you about those things. I'm pretty sure I did that. So, right? Didn't I? I thought. Anyway, but so in general, I'm pretty pleased with OBS Studio. Still a couple of adjustments to make. I think my microphone maybe needs to be a little bit... It's close, but I think it needs to be a little bit up, possibly. I don't want to be blowing anyone away, but I think it needs to be a little bit up higher, probably as a function of, you know, just little tweaks here and there that I have to manage. So, okay, I already did this, so I don't know why I need more of those things. Okay. So yeah. So I still have some tweaks and adjustments and things I need to make, but on the whole, I'm fairly pleased with it, and I think the quality is going to be better. And as for the PC itself, I think that's great too. Obviously, we're not going to notice a big difference when we're streaming a Gamebook, but when we get back to Dishonored 2, that is going to change that quite a bit. Now, speaking of schedule, I wanted to bring that to all of your attention. I have updated the schedule as promised. And if you guys take a quick look there, you will notice that we're going to be doing Fighting Fantasy Gamebook today. We're doing Fighting Fantasy Gamebook tomorrow. I still want to try to get a bonus stream in during my break to try to make up for a couple of missed streams. So I may try to get one of those in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on Sunday, maybe, but sometime possibly next week. We'll see. Just yesterday, that message. Yeah, well, that's right. I don't think you upped your level the month previous to that, Dragon, but maybe I did. If I missed it from the previous point that you upped your level, I apologize wholeheartedly. I thought I sent you a message the minute I saw the upped mark, but sorry man, if that's the case. But yeah, just respond to the message and let me know what you want, and I apologize if I missed it. It is possible. I don't know why I missed it, but I guess I did. So yes, so we've got the calendar here. So, Fighting Fantasy Gamebook today and tomorrow. On Tuesday, we will be getting back into Dishonored 2. I know Kilobyte often asks about this. This is also when we will be doing nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month. That's going to be Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Pen and Pixels, I will hope to be doing D&D with the GOG stream team. I'm not sure. It might be Tyranny. Depends on schedule for those folks. Then Friday will be Dishonored 2 as well, as I continue to try to make progress on Dishonored 2. On Saturday the 14th, we have the Our Vocalists returning with a game that I think you guys are going to like, and there's a lot of objection and hold it. Oh, okay, sorry, man. I apologize. Sorry, dude. What is this now? Oh, God, Shadowed. Anyway, yes. So the Our Vocalists are going to be doing something relating to objection, hold it, things like that. So that's going to be happening on Saturday the 14th. I'm looking forward to that. Tuesday the 17th is going to be Dishonored 2. That, again, that's when we will have the actual vote on the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and then Tyranny over at Pen and Pixels. Friday, I'm doing what I'm calling a mini marathon session, because so help me, as God is my witness, I am going to, on Friday, start at a reasonable hour and not at 11 o'clock. And I'm going to be playing some Legend of Zelda Link to the Past on Friday the 20th. So that is going to be fun. It's not going to be a full marathon session because I can't be getting done with my streams at 2:30 in the morning anymore for reasons you guys know. But I'm going to do as much of it as I possibly can. Normally I would do that on the weekend, but the reason I can't do that is I'm trying to avoid Friday casts for D&D and for the Our Vocalists, because one, Saturday tend to be a little bit bigger streams, and two, because some people, like our good friend Rob, stream on Friday, and I don't want to put him in a situation of having to choose between his own stream and between doing stuff on this channel. So Saturday the 21st is going to be D&D with the Infinity and Beyond crew as we continue with the Rise of Tiamat. They're also going to be on Saturday the 28th. So we're going to have the Our Vocalists on Saturday the 14th, D&D with Infinity Beyond the 21st, D&D with Infinity Beyond on the 28th. Then we will have on Tuesday the 24th, the Patreon-fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month plus Tyranny, and then Dishonored 2. So we've got a lot of that stuff going on. The last thing I want to mention is I just want to make a quick I have a quick reminder. Yes, Phoenix Wright. And Phoenix Wright is going to be with our vocalist team. We're going to be on that game for a while. Now, the other thing I want to mention quickly is just in terms of the game order. I've made a couple of adjustments in the game order, and it is as follows. I'm going to be playing Dishonored 2 until I finish it. I'm then going to be giving a try to Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. I liked that game when I played it, and I wanted to try to give it a try. Now, I'm not promising that I'm going to play through the whole thing. If I get into it and it's like 2 or 3 sessions in and I'm getting frustrated, I probably will give it a miss. But I feel like it's a game that has potential for streaming. I like the sort of feel of the game. I like the story and the characters so far. So I want to give it a shot. So Shadow Tactics is going to be the game I play after Dishonored 2. I'm then going to be playing the Batman Telltale game series. I already played episode 1 of this on GOG, so I'm going to be playing the other episodes on this on my channel, and those will be good because even if I can't get all of them in at once, I can get a couple of those sessions in, basically like 1 per session, so that should be nice to be able to do that. I'm looking forward to doing some more Batman there. Then it depends a little bit on where we are in terms of the month. As you guys know, Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out. There's now a release date, which is late March. I am looking forward to playing that game. I'm going to play that game fairly early, I think, and I'm trying to arrange a couple of special events for that as well. No guarantees yet in terms of who the guests might be, but I'm working on getting some guests, hopefully, that are related to the production of that game. If we are right around March by that point, I may do a filler game and then play Mass Effect Andromeda next. If not, I am seriously considering giving Skyrim Enderall a try. I don't know if any of you know about this, but basically Enderall is a complete standalone, essentially full conversion of Skyrim, which more or less seems to be another Skyrim, but like a different story, game, characters, and everything else. I watched Carnage playing a little bit of this, and I've done a little bit of research on it, and it seems pretty cool to me. So I want to give Skyrim Enderall a try and see how that goes. Then, as I said, Mass Effect Andromeda will take over when we get there. After Mass Effect Andromeda, I'm moving on to Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and I will probably be playing that not just on marathon sessions. I'm going to play that for a while, so I'm going to be doing some Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. After that, I'm thinking about some Deus Ex Human Revolution. After that, I'm thinking about going back to The Witcher 3. After that, I'm thinking about going into Lunar Silver Star Story, which I had previously promised. Then thinking about doing the Pillars of Eternity White March Part 2 DLC. And then after that, it gets a little bit dicey. Then maybe Arkham Knight, then possibly Torment, then possibly Trails in the Sky Second Chapter. I mean, I don't know. So those games are all kind of up in the air. I don't know. But that's sort of the long-term plan. Then it gets very fuzzy. Then after Trails in the Sky, I have Second Chapter. I have like Divinity 2, Fable Anniversary Edition. Like those are all the I don't have any idea what else to play games. And I have a feeling by the time I get, and then like way down on the list, I have AC4, like finishing up Assassin's Creed 4. Like those are the games that I will play if I somehow run out of games to play, which I just don't see happening because there's so many games. So pretty much, yeah, Shadow, that's like the whole calendar for 2017, because always within these games, I have to put in D&D, I have to put in the Chat Chosen Game of the Month, I have to put in the Our Vocalist sessions, and those are all things I like to do. I mean, I love those games, so it's not like I'm not enjoying playing them, but you know, I have to sort of consider them all in play. So that's, and plus the Fighting Fantasy game books and all that stuff. But a lot of games there that we've got. So I'm looking forward to it, though. It should be a lot of fun. I also tried to mix it up and alternate it. Right, there you go. And poor Shadowed. I have to play Golden Sun. What I should totally do, Shadowed, is I should make a stretch goal that's like it should be like the Shadowed Mage recommended tier, and then make like one for the Shatter Mage recommended tier, and then like or in like the Dragon Spear recommended tier, like the games that you guys, that each of you who have this one game, like Divinorium has wanted me to play Guild Wars 2 forever. So obviously what I need to do is make like a Divinorium tier, and if we rate like the Divinorium tier, then Div gets to have me play his game or something like that, you know? Like something along those lines. The Mages Guild tier. Yeah, exactly. And that way you guys would get behind it and you'd be like, come on guys, we got to hit this tier. That's what we need. What's up, Biohazard? How you doing, man? Yeah, I don't think I've seen him streaming Biohazard, but he does pop in here from time to time. I saw him just last week. So he is around, but I have not seen him streaming as much. So, but anyway, that's what we've got. Short term, we've got Dishonored 2, we've got Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, we've got Batman Telltale games, Skyrim Enderall, and Mass Effect Andromeda. but Mass Effect Andromeda is probably going to take some precedence. If I find that I start playing that game and we're getting like 5 viewers because the game is being played by everyone and their brother, I may put it off a little bit and play it, you know, a few months from now. But I don't want to wait too long on it because I am looking forward to Mass Effect. So that is the deal. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, Chatter. And we're still looking into, of course, D&D, the community D&D game, which is going to be run by Classicore. That is not being run by myself, but I am going to be hosting that. So it's going to be on this channel, but I'm not going to be doing the work, which is something I like. I would love to be able to stream more on this channel without me having to do the work for it, because I can't. But I am looking forward to building the community by doing that. So normally I won't take this long to go through all of this, but it is, of course, the beginning of 2017, so I wanted to let you guys know. Okay, with all that said, let me get rid of... Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And let me turn on that. There we go. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all. I hope everyone's doing well. And let me get rid of the calendar also so we can see this. There we go. It's good to see you all. And hi, everybody, since we're talking about this. I've never had the day off for Chat D&D. You're here. You're here, Shatter. This is a big moment. You are now here for Chat D&D. You are here for our Fighting Fantasy Gamebook session. It's awesome. Camera saturation. Is it too saturated? Do I need to turn it down? I'll turn it down. I'm just excited that it's actually running at a reasonable level, but I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down, fear not. Let me cut down that saturation. There you go. Here we go. Oh, you know why? Because the gain's too high. How's that? Is that better? Better? Is that better saturation, or is it still too bright? Oh, actual D&D. Oh, yeah, man. Well, that's next month I'll be doing that again, so I know. You got to talk to your superiors, Shatter. You got to be like, "Listen, I know that you need me to fly my plane and be an experienced pilot, but what I need to do is play some D&D, so priorities." Lots of color. All right. There you go. Better? Is that better intensity? How's that? Better intensity? I dropped down the intensity a little bit better. There, better. Just joking. All right. How's that? Good? Okay. And actually, while I'm at it, let me move this up here. Again, you guys will have to bear with me over the next week or so because I'm still getting this back into play. But I'm as I say, in general, I'm fairly happy with how far, knock on wood, how far the conversion has been. And I am going to be able to return the i7 chip that I originally bought. So that's good. I've never been this intense. It's gone all psychedelic, has it? What? Is it not working? I thought I fixed it. Didn't I fix it? I think I fixed it. It's fine? Okay. You gave me the what face, and I was like, what? What did I do? It's fine. No more fixing. Okay. All right, guys. So with that said, we are playing a little bit of... That is way zoomed out too much. I need to zoom that in a little bit. See? I started not fixing it, and this is what happens. This is what happens when I don't fix it. Zoom in, please. There we go. That's more like it. All right. Actually, that's too far. Too close. A little too close. You guys know what that's from? It's too close. It's a little too close. Oh, I see. I see. I blasted the contrast. I got you. All right. Good. All right. So now we're good. Okay. So we are back into Massive Mayhem today, folks. And this is difficult. That's right. It is Aladdin. Ah, much better. I see you were only interested in the exceptionally rare. Oh, and I never said hi to everybody. I was so thrown off by everything. What's up, Lego? You got an iPhone 6S Plus. Nice, man. You should check out the Pathfinder Adventure card game for iPhone, which is awesome. I mean, I have it for Android, but I know that it's awesome. Please take a look. Please come closer. A little too close. A little too close. Yeah. So hi to everybody. Hi to my wonderful viewers. Hello to Uncle Elias, Spakio, Pass the Meeple, Orb Weaver, Narnman, Mercurius, Jedi Knight. Hello to Jagtress, Funkmaster Mike, Ekeg, Dragonwright, D'Anjo, Chloe Rose, Biohazard, Overwrote, and of course my wonderful mods, Shadow Mage, Lego Freak, Kilobyte, and Dragon Spear. Hey, I have a question. So D4 Enjo. Can you please pronounce that for me properly? I know I'm missing a meme. Is it D4Enjo? 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 Please tell me, because I feel like I always am like, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to pronounce it properly, if I possibly can. So, or how about Laddie? Yeah. I liked Aladdin. I really did. So, massive mayhem today. I have finally rebuilt, as I'm doing streams, the next thing I get to do is rebuild Dungeons & Dragons scenes. That's going to be a joy. But I rebuilt the Fighting Fantasy one. So, it might be Danjo, but I want to make sure I know. So, I'm going to, when he lets me know, or she, I will find out. Is it Danjo? Okay, I want to make sure. It's just Danjo. Okay, thanks, Danjo. I wanted to make sure I got it right. So... And I wasn't like, no, you nerd. It's obviously U4 quadrisect 5. Like, you know, I was like, anyway, exactly, lead speak. So, again, I have built the scenes here. I think they're working properly, but we'll see. And we're going to give this a shot as we get into the power. I haven't hotkeyed this either, so I'm going to be doing this all manually of the Masks of Mayhem. Let's do it. There we are. Look at that. Here we are. Oh, I didn't I didn't load up my thing. All right, hang on a second. I just have to get this back. I knew I was missing something. I'm like, I feel like I did more than this. There we go. All right, give me 1 second. I'll get this fixed. Dice rolling, battles. Of course, I had this all set up to go. I had no problems. I was all ready to do it. And then this happened. Oh, hi, Arbot. All right. So last thing we need to do is to... I missed something that Lego told me. I was planning to go to all stores, making my decision, Apple Store. They plopped the box right in front of me. God damn it, Apple Store. That's pretty funny. That's funny. Well, I mean, listen, you know, my wife is a huge fan of, the Apple phones. I, not so much. That's not what I meant to do. That is not the sorcery. What? There we go. That was odd. All right. Now we got it working. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So now we will load our character. You know, last time we played this was December 9th. So there we go. And now I think we have everything more or less back together. Oh, somebody just jumped in. Somebody just jumped in with the GodCom sub notification. I didn't see that. But I actually, well, I just got a, I think what it is I may have my Patreon notification thing, which I haven't quite figured out how to do properly. But I just got, somebody just jumped in with a subscription, basically. Someone just supported the Patreon. So if you want to announce who you are, that is much appreciated. Can I get some get hyped? Can I get some stuff like that in chat? If you guys can tell me who you are, that would be lovely. And you don't have to. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. You're not obligated, but please do so if you wish to, so that we can, you know, we can give you the credit and so on that you deserve. I also want to know why that is so very, very not bright. Why isn't that brighter? Oh, was it? Hey, thank you, Funkmaster Mike. Thank you so much, Funkmaster Mike. I really, really appreciate it. No, we don't call out lurkers. We don't do that. But I don't do that. Only reason that I do it in this case is because I feel like it's helpful to, I don't know, I like letting people know how much I appreciate what they do for the channel. That's all. So thanks, dude. I really appreciate it, Funkmaster Mike. Thank you so much for joining on board with the Arvanauts. We appreciate it very much for joining on the Patreon. And thanks, everybody. And hopefully you too. I appreciate it, Funkmaster. Thank you, dude. Thank you. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that you can look beyond my my apparent inability to be able to get Chrome to work. But thanks, man. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who is supporting the stream, because you guys are awesome. And as I always say, it's always appreciated, but I don't ever want anybody who's watching and who can't contribute to think like that they're somehow lesser. It is not the case. Everybody is in the Arvanauts. Just being here is support enough, but people who are able to support at that extra level, it really does make a difference. I'll tell you what the next 2 months are going to. The 2 months of Patreon support are going directly to the rig that you're watching me do this on, okay? Because this new rig that I got was, you know, it cost a little money, so the Patreon is going directly to that. I kind of have a Patreon alert, but right now the problem is it doesn't work totally properly. Shadowed, so I have to still work it out properly, because I don't know, it's tied into something. I haven't figured it all out yet. Mistakes were made, but I'm working on it. Basically, I have two different alert systems. I have Muxy and I have Streamlabs, and they kind of yell at each other quite a bit. So Muxy right now doesn't have everything properly coordinated, and I don't know. I'll get there, but one step at a time. We'll eventually get there, because I want to get the Patreon alert up there, because it basically makes it like a sub thing. So we will see. In fact, I think I even have music for it, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so Funkmaster just subscribed. Yeah, see, I don't know. That's kind of what I had. Yeah, exactly. But there's another system that uses Mux. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out later on at some point. But again, thank you so much, Funkmaster. And hopefully others of you will be able to follow suit if you're able to do so. All right, with that said, we're going to get into the game, and let's get some music going here. Let's get us some Witcher 3, because I really liked this last time. There we go. Okay, how does that, guys? Is that too loud, or is that sound okay? Too loud or okay? The volume of the music. Nice. Cool. Cool. Awesome. All right, people, then here we go. So here is the situation. Let me remind everyone, since it has been a month, what's going on here with the Masks of Mayhem. The premise for this book is that you are a ruler of a small nation called Arion. You are the just noble ruler of Arion in Northeast Cool. But you have a court wizard whose name is Ifortinen, who is your equal because of his knowledge of sorcery. Each of you relies on the other for the governing of the land, but you can never quite overcome a suspicion of anyone involved in the sorcerer's arts. That said, though, he comes to you and basically tells you about a great threat, which is a sorceress, Morgana, who lives in the 5 peaks of Krill Garnash. She has basically been creating this environment where she has gotten masks of 11 of these sigils of power. When she gets the 12th mask, she will be able to bind all of them together and make these golems, these enormously powerful creatures, who will be able to essentially dominate the world, because nothing can resist the essence of what these sigils actually are. And so you, as the ruler of Arion, must go and slay Morgana. And the reason that the council can't do it, according to him, is because the magical battle that would be unleashed between him and the sorceress would probably destroy the land anyway. So he needs it to be done in a sort of non-mystical way. So you guys set out to do what you needed to do. You have, the first couple times were a little bit unlucky, which is why the 4 deaths, in case you were asking about, I saw you asking about that, Shadow. But the good news is that last session actually went quite a bit better. You managed to get some information from various people. You managed to gather yourself forward. And when all was said and done, you managed to find yourself this issue of the Haver, who is this guy who is the Lord of Fallow Dale, this person whose horn you were supposed to seek. Let me just take 1 second here to look at something. Make sure I got the save point correctly. Oh, yes, I forgot about this. So, yes, now I remember what we were doing. You may remember that Haver agreed to give you his horn if you were able to defeat this saber-toothed tiger that was harassing his people, and you managed to defeat that tiger. You might remember there was this map that I showed you guys, and we had to do like this little battleship thing, kind of, where you went all over the map to find them. Once you found him, you destroyed the saber-toothed tiger, and so he gave you Haver's horn. And as you can see, Haver's horn will reduce any enemy's skill by 1 unless told otherwise. So unless basically someone says to you, no, you can't use Haver's horn, it will reduce any enemy that you face by 1. Obviously, that's a pretty strong, powerful object. So that's where we find ourselves. Pork Thundercake II. You have a stamina of 21, a skill of 10, a luck of 12. You have 10 gold. You have 6 provisions remaining. Haver has basically just told you, great job, way to go, G to G. And you say fine, and you are now leaving his throne room to continue on your journey. And with all of that said, chat, are you ready for the next 90, maybe 100 minutes or so? Are you guys ready? Can I see the Wablams, the Arf Quills, the Get Hyped? Are you guys ready to go? To take Pork Thundercake II to save the land? If you're not sure if you are, let me remind you. Freaking, that theme is badass. Alright. Some people are hyped, some people are tired, some people are sick, but we will all get through. We'll all manage together. Okay, here we go. As you are taking your leave of Haver, a bruised and bleeding figure thrusts his way back past the guards into the courtyard and collapses face down at your feet. You gently turn him over and have difficulty at first in recognizing Kevin Truehand, your armorer from Arian. He is barely alive. He speaks through cracked lips with a great effort, as if resisting the approach of death, or of something worse. Majesty, I tried. Black magic must not give in. Then he chokes and breathes his last. You jump to your feet. Will you go over to discuss this matter with Haver, or will you stay thinking about it yourself? Good night, chatter. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I've got to sort of lock down exactly what it is. Now that I'm doing studio, I'll be able to hopefully do that. Thanks, Shadow. That gives me a good sense of it. So, now let's take a look. First poll of the night. This is good music for this, too. Witcher 3 is a lot of fun, Jedi, for sure. I'm going to be coming back to it at some point. So, there you go, guys. First poll of the day. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to talk to Haver about it, or are you going to think about it yourself? In case you're wondering, by the way, this is Kevin Truehand, this guy. That was Kevin Truehand. He was your awesome armorer. But they killed Kevin, those bastards. If his name was Kenny Truehand, that would have been the best. Hey, what's up, Dunsel? I expected I'd see you back here. Good to have you back here. All right, let's put a last call up on this one. And by the way, since I don't think I had a chance... Oh, look! See, so there's the thing. That was the thing. You guys saw the thing? I need to fix that, but that's... okay, let's see if that's true. I need to fix that. Chloe! Thank you, Chloe! Thank you so much, Chloe. I need to get that. That thing is going to look a lot more impressive when all is said and done, Chloe. But thank you so, so much. Thank you so much, Chloe. I appreciate it. We still got to get that. I still got to get that fixed. I will eventually, but thank you, Chloe, so, so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Much, much love. I appreciate it. You know the other cool thing that I'm enjoying about this, by the way, guys? I looked about this because you get the sort of end of the year, like the trajectory of the Patreon. If you guys look, it's $4.89 right now from 47 patrons. That's definitely up, not just in terms of the overall number, but in the number of patrons. And you definitely want more subscribers / more patrons over time because, you know, you don't want to have poor Shadowed Mage as the sugar daddy, but because it just shows more sort of breadth of channel support. So I'm also enjoying seeing that number move up to 50 and beyond also. So thank you so much, Chloe. Can we get some love for Chloe, by the way? Can we get some hearts? Can we get some get hyped? Can we get some Arv Quills and Arv Dragons and all that stuff for Chloe? Thank you, Chloe. Oh, cool. No problem, man. No, Commander Dunsel. No problem, Commander Dunsel. I appreciate it. Still love that name. I've always loved Commander Dunsel as the name. Okay, so... Alright, let's close this poll down. Whoops! Accidentally closing down everything. There we go. Sorry about that. Thanks, guys. Man, I'll tell you what, if they ever figure out a way to make like a special tiered system where you can use emotes that are specially designed for you if you subscribe to the Patreon, at that point, pretty much you got everything you need regardless of partnership or not. So that's, yeah, but that's really cool. Thank you so much, Chloe. All right, so let's close this poll down. The winner is Talk to Haver about it. And we'll speed these up, guys, but we're just getting underway out here, obviously. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you're going to go over to discuss this matter with Haver. Let's do it. With death, Kevin's heroic resistance snaps once and for all, and the evil spirit implanted in his body is able to take control. It too jumps to its feet, that is, Kevin's feet, and it hurls an impenetrable magical barrier around itself and you. But because you have moved closer to Haver, he is caught inside the barrier and helps you in the fight. The spirit, cackling with glee and cracking a fiery nine-tailed whip, has eyes only for you. But every time you win an attack round, you may assume that Haver has been successful too and reduce the fiend's stamina by 3 instead of 2. You cannot kill the demon, but if you win the fight, it will return to the nether regions, leaving Kevin in peace at last. Yeah, it might have something like that. That's possible, Shadowed. I guess I was just trying to avoid having yet another subsystem. So I gotta work on that. But, and I think I actually have a picture, thanks to the wonderfulness of Dragon Spear. I think I've got a picture here someplace. Which, of course, I didn't pull up yet. Oh, that's right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, Fireball? There we go. I think I can tell you exactly what he looks like. Here we go. You guys ready? This is what he's turned into. This is the possessed Kevin now. Aw, yeah. It's the evil Kevin. You guys even get the battle music for it. All right, here we go. So now what I need, people, is I need a dice roller. I need someone to roll the dice for chat. So, who is willing to roll the dice for chat? It could be a randomized dice online dice roller, or it could be a dice that you roll. Actually, if Lego is here, Lego I think has already left. So I think we've had Kilobyte do this in the past, if I'm not mistaken, and or Dragon Spear. So is someone willing to do the dice rolling? Dragon Spear or Shadow? I mean, not Shadowed. Dragon Spear or Kilobyte? One of you guys? I love it. So appropriate for this book. I feel like it's like a very angry violin player. So yeah, so dice roller, guys. Who we got? Dice roller. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Yeah. Anybody? Dice rolling? Dragon? Kilobyte? Anyone? Anyone? Who? Anybody? Did my chat freeze? Uh-oh. God damn it. Oh, no. Chat is frozen. Hold on a second. My chat's frozen. Chat is frozen. Guess why chat froze? Because guess what's not working? Oh, God almighty. Okay. So here we have the 6 million Chrome processes. This is what happened last time. So if this happens again, I'm going to never use Chrome again because this is garbage. This is what I dealt with the last time. I don't know what it is that's causing the problem or why it, yeah, and again, it won't close this one process. And I'm not rebooting the goddamn computer again. I just don't want to have to recapture everything again. So annoying. Yeah, I know, Chloe, but I left Firefox to come to Chrome. Can anyone do a competent browser? Anybody? And don't tell me Opera, because I had the same problem there too. What the crap, man? Yeah, it just won't, it won't end the process. All right, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I don't want to do this again, so bear with me. All right, I'm trying to terminate Chrome. Oh, try running it as an administrator. Okay. Right, running as administrator. Run as administrator. Yep. Terminate tree. Nope. It won't do it. It just doesn't do it. I can see, no, I'm looking on my phone. I can't, so it just says, I tried to terminate tree, it doesn't do that. I tried to terminate Chrome, it doesn't do that. Permissions, advanced. Yeah, I know. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say or do anything. It literally says and does nothing. I just do it, and it's like I didn't do anything to it. Ugh. What the flip, man? I mean, but, well, I don't know if it's a bad plugin. I mean, I don't have a lot of plugins in there, but, like, right now I just want to stop because, like, I just don't. Yeah, I know, exactly, Chloe. The parent is explorer.exe. Isn't it, should I not be closing? Should I not be closing Explorer? I feel like closing Explorer is a bad idea. Oh, thanks, ENT. I appreciate you saying that you love it. I'm sorry that this is. I'm sorry that this is not. Sorry that this is. Well, wait though. If I kill Explorer, is that going to screw anything else up? I do not do tech support streams. I apologize very strongly, ENT. But thank you for loving my streams. So if I kill Explorer, is that going to make me? Is that going to kill OBS or just Windows? Anybody know? All right, here we go.